Oh man, so much to discuss with one of our favorite guests and one of my good friends. Love this guy. Good to see you, Eric.
Thank you,
Stonestreet.
Rich. Thanks for having me.
Modern Family, 9th season.
9th season, just finished it. Going into one more, our swan song. One more season, baby.
Definitely, that's it.
Well, not definitely, but I
Okay.
think everybody kind of thinks and assumes that's what we're contracted to do, and I can't see us going past 10 seasons.
Okay, well, it's still as funny as ever. It's such a great cast. It's so much fun, and again, it's on tonight at 8 Central, 9 Eastern time on ABC. You are wearing Kansas State pullover right now. Wildcats on Wildcats coming up in Sweet 16.
Cat on cat action.
Cat on cat action.
Yeah.
So, how many bullets were you sweating? You wanted to avoid become the first 9 seed to lose to a 16 seed.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, everybody was, we are a Cinderella in the tournament in the grand scheme of things, and then all of a sudden it's like role reversal. So, it was a great story for UMBC. Those guys were tenacious and played so tough. It was an ugly game. Let's be very honest. We did not play very well either. I don't think they played as well as they could have played, and I know we didn't play as well as we could have played. But I was just happy to get out of there with the win and moving on. And they have one of the greatest sports stories of all time, beating Virginia the way they did.
It was incredible. That was incredible. And we were texting at that time, and you knew that you were scouting also, because you knew that it's nothing but downside.
Right.
Nothing but downside to go from a 9 seed to take on a 16 seed like that.
Well, but what's interesting, my friend tweeted out, is that Kansas State is in the Sweet 16, much like 1 seeds end up in the Sweet 16. We beat a 9 seed or an 8 seed and a 16 seed. So now we're in the. You're
like the 1 seed.
Yeah. Except we're the 16 seed now. In the Sweet 16,
taking on Kentucky. Yeah. Which has got all these young kids that don't even know any better.
Yeah. Hopefully that will be to our advantage. Dean Wade coming off. Hopefully Dean Wade's going to play. He's an incredible player. We've won these last 2 games without him.
Yes.
And the steadiness of Bruce Weber hopefully will calm them down. And we'll slow the Kentucky down enough and just be consistent and play good Kansas State basketball, because we're capable of playing really good basketball. We have a good team. So hopefully
you look over the steering wheel and you see a 7 playing 11 seed too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
it's right there. I mean, you could not have signed up for something like this.
No.
Right.
It's all there.
16 seed is your second round opponent. A 5-seeded Kentucky.
A 16 seed that the entire nation was rooting for.
That's true.
I mean, let's.
By the way, you are you're. I'm going to read out this tweet here. Text, pardon me, that you sent from the green room as I was interviewing Troy Vincent, the head of NFL refs, talking to him about the catch rule.
Hope he's still watching.
Talking about all this business of the league of note for importance for all 32 teams.
Yes.
And then you...
Let me preface this by saying I am not a sour grapes guy.
Yes.
And I believe you have to play better football than the referees. I 100% agree with that. Playing sports growing up, I'm not an excuse maker. Having said that...
You text me this photograph of... Who's the one who's...
Jeff Triplett.
No, but who's...
Derek Johnson.
Derek Johnson is sacking...
Clearly sacking.
Marcus Mariota. The ball is completely loose. This is from the playoff game that the Titans beat the Chiefs in.
Oh, high ball.
And then you wrote back, how about this rule? This is what you wanted me to ask Troy Vincent. The rule where you cause a fumble and clearly recovered, but the ref who didn't even have the whistle in his mouth says forward progress was stopped. Mm-hmm. And you left out the point, then he goes and retires.
Yeah, and then rides off onto trigger into the sunset. It's like, fumble?
Yeah.
Like what? You recovered.
Game would have been over. You'd have at least kicked 3 more points, you'd think, right?
Okay, whatever. Moving on. I'm excited for next season. It doesn't matter. The Chiefs have to play better football. End of discussion. And every person in that locker room, every coach on that staff won't make excuses. And I'm not going to make excuses of that's why we're not in the playoffs. So for everybody out there saying get over it and wants to, at me is what the kids are saying now. That's not what I'm saying. But that clearly was an officiating mistake.
And his last one at that.
Well, that was the second to the last one, because there was one after that. There was one after that on the field goal.
But who's counting?
Who was at the game and just, oh my God. No, whatever. Okay, moving on.
So are you Mahomes? What are your are you?
How about Alex Smith being here the day the news broke? I texted you. It was like, you think he knew that he was being traded at that moment?
He was on, and he definitely knew it was coming.
Yeah. I'm happy for Alex. He got paid, and he deserves.
He got seriously paid.
He deserves every opportunity he gets. I appreciate so much what a quarterback he was for Kansas City, and he's a good dude. He completely underrated, in my opinion, completely disrespected in many ways, in my opinion, by Kansas City folks. Some sports people in Kansas City just didn't appreciate what a great quarterback he is. So I hope he goes there. Obviously, I want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, but if he wins the Super Bowl, I'm happy for him.
More concerned about which one? Pat Mahomes now getting the whole kit and caboodle thrown on him right now, or Marcus Peters being sent out?
I'm more concerned with Pat Mahomes being the quarterback and not being as ready as we would like him to be, or I would like him to be. I'm not a coach.
Know. I know he could be like Wentz. You never know. He could step in and start lighting
Absolutely.
it up.
So I'm as optimistic as a Chiefs fan as there ever has been, I think. So I'm optimistic that he's ready to go and going to be a stellar quarterback, because clearly he's got the he's got the assets to be a great quarterback. I wish we just signed Chad Henne. I don't really know much about Chad Henne, to be honest with you.
He comes from good stock.
Okay. Yeah, we get it. But I like a real experienced veteran quarterback. Yeah, I wish we would have gone after Jordy Nelson for that exact reason, because how great of a voice would Jordy Nelson have been for Pat Mahomes?
Do you think? I don't know. I didn't even hear the Chiefs twitching.
No,
in this direction.
they didn't. I'm not saying they did, but I think it would have been worth. First of all, he would have sold a whole a lot of jerseys.
The third one today.
I'm sorry. They would have sold a lot of jerseys. Kansas State guy.
Yeah.
Good business decision.
Yes.
And the experience that he would have brought, having played with
Aaron Rodgers. Right. Mr. Back shoulder throw.
Right.
Catching and
very similar to some Pat Mahomes stuff.
Hey man, Mahomes, that's the guy that everybody compares him to.
He's a stud. For sure. I'm excited.
Right.
Him and Kareem Hunt and Spencer Ware coming back. I'm excited.
Okay.
But can you imagine Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Jordy Nelson?
Yes.
Good luck, defense.
Well, maybe they'll go ahead and draft somebody. All right, let's take a break in 60 seconds.
I want to talk for 45 minutes just about Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, we're going to have some ability for you to. We're going to play start bench cut with you on many Kansas City issues. Okay.
Oh gosh.
We're going to do that, and then last year. You were here just right around this time. It's fantastic. Or you called in because you had a problem with the way that Chris Brockman's clown makeup had been applied
the year before.
In the 2 years prior.
Awful.
Back to back.
Disgraceful.
Then you cleaned things up in the operation last year. Now with Brockman's about to do it for a fourth straight year. And
not just dependent on Kansas State losing, though.
Here's the thing: is that
I need a lot to happen.
We'll explain that.
Okay.
In 60 seconds, we're back with Modern Family's Eric Stonestreet here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Hi.
Eric Stonestreet back here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so Chris Brockman will wear clown makeup for a fourth year in a row.
First of all, I've never even addressed the idea that wearing clown makeup is some sort of punishment. That in itself is disrespectful. Like, you should be honored to put on clown makeup, honestly. Clowns bring joy to the world. Go ahead.
As do I.
Oh, my God.
So we're showing the last 3 years. Now, the one on the right is what you counseled last year. You liked that, right?
I do like it.
You gave it the Stonestreet blue check mark.
Yes, looking at it now, it's still a little mimey, which is fine, but it's good. I have made my recommendation for this year. But those first 2 years that's not okay.
For clown makeup.
For clown makeup, yes.
Or just in general?
Well, in general, it's not okay. I mean, this is what gives clowns a bad name, is that makeup, that design.
What's wrong with it?
I'm not saying the application, whoever did it, I'm not mad at you or anything like that. But just this notion that is what a clown is awful.
Red makeup around the eyes.
Red makeup above the lower lip is like a no.
Okay.
Can't do that.
All right. So you have a specific, because Chris, what is the partridge in a pear tree 17 parlay you need to hit to avoid the honor of wearing clown makeup?
So I need Kansas State to beat Kentucky.
Check.
I need let's see, Loyola Chicago to win.
Sister Janice, whatever her name is.
Sister Jean.
Yeah.
Check.
I need Texas A&M to win.
Big 12, check.
I need Gonzaga to win.
Against
Texas A&M is SEC now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's all right.
And then I need West Virginia, Purdue,
Bob Huggins,
Clemson, and Syracuse.
No. Pat Sajak is trying to
I don't know. That's not fair.
So you have a suggestion to switch it up for clown makeup?
This year I want you to be, if that happens, I want you to be an Auguste clown commonly referred to like as what most people think of as a Ringling circus clown.
Okay.
Lou Jacobs is perhaps one of the most famous circus clowns of all time. Lou Jacobs style makeup, a goose clown. What Fizbo is on Modern Family is an Auguste clown.
Oh, is that what we're seeing on the screen right now?
Well, that's a terrible representation of it. Who brought that up? No, sir. I said Google Ringling Auguste. Ringling.
That's like a bozo.
That's not a good version. But that is technically an Auguste clown.
Okay.
But that is.
So wait a minute.
How can you do this?
This is like the catch rule. I'm so confused.
Bring up Ringling Auguste clown, and I will show you.
That's like clown or not a clown.
That's
like you got to
clip
complete
art.
the process.
That to me is clip art. That is somebody that said, "Hey, we need a costume person in a clown. We need makeup," and they just did that. You need to bring up Ringling Brothers Auguste clown.
All right, are you ready to play start bench cut here, sir?
Yes.
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of start bench cuts for Eric Stonestreet of Modern Family.
Why is Kansas in front of me right now?
Start.
Why are you sitting me down?
Bench. Just sit down and be quiet. Or cut.
It's like you're just taunting me with.
No, I mean it was them just. It was Kansas on Kansas State photograph. Kansas State was in quality defensive position.
Man,
you
gotta appreciate Kansas basketball though. I mean, I know a lot of Kansas State fans are gonna be like, I can't believe you're saying that, but you got to respect what they've done. They're incredible.
Well, I know, but I think they're in trouble against Clemson, big time. I think you might. That would give you great pride to outlast Kansas.
I'm all Big 12 once the tournament happens.
Oh, okay. You ready for start bench cut?
Yeah.
All right. First up, we're going Kansas City sports icon. First up, right? Is that what we're doing, folks?
Start bench cut.
Okay. Bill Snyder, George Brett, and Christian Okoye.
Oh, you guys! You're using my list against me.
That's the idea, though, Eric. Huh? That's the idea.
Okay, but that's not okay. I have to
did
start,
ask you, by the way,
bench, and cut.
Yes.
Okay. Well, are we talking just in playing sports? Because I'm cutting Bill if we're talking about because he would break all of his feeble bones.
No. Just in terms of
icon.
An icon.
All right. I'm starting Bill Snyder. I'm benching George Brett, and I'm cutting Christian Okoye.
Ooh, nightmare.
Sam, hey, you got to make these decisions. Now, Okoye is your favorite?
He's one of my favorites of all time, yeah.
And why is that?
Because he was a discus thrower. There I am with him at a Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
Dodger Stadium. Oh, God, Kansas City people are going to be like, where's your KC at? Here it comes, Eisen. But I saw him at Dodger Stadium, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Christian Okoye. And sure enough, it was. But I was a fan of his because he was a discus thrower. And I used to watch discus videos when I went to Nebraska track and field camp, and I knew who he was before the Chiefs drafted him.
Right.
So I got my picture with him finally.
And you threw discus in high school yourself?
Yeah, in junior college until I hurt my shoulder. But I wasn't going to be good at it.
Well, we've got video. We got a photograph of that.
Oh yeah, that's
now.
me in
Look
Russellville,
at you,
Arkansas. God, that's when everything was okay. Look at that body.
Look at you, man, throwing discus.
Look at that ass. Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
That's a apple bottom. Look at that.
Look at you, man.
My legs.
Look at you just going
those
out
were
there.
The days.
Yeah.
Anyway, Christian Okoye. Okay.
You ready? Here's the next one. Ball on the 1 yard line. Who gets the rock? Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson, or Kareem Hunt? Start bench cut. We took Okoye out because we just used him.
Okay.
Start bench cut. Ball on the 1 yard line.
Cut Larry Johnson.
Wow.
Start Priest Holmes. Bench Kareem Hunt. It's only 1 year in the league. Priest Holmes is proven.
But Larry Johnson gets...
I love Larry Johnson.
I know, but... Okay.
Well, if you would have put Marcus Allen up there, I would have taken Marcus Allen on the goal line.
All right, very good. Next one. Best Kansas City barbecue.
Ooh.
Ribs, brisket, pulled pork.
Oh, well, whoever came up with that list, I have a real problem with because brisket and pulled pork is not anything I would say Kansas City is known for.
Okay.
I would say rib, but anyway, I'll go ribs, start ribs.
Yeah.
Cut pulled pork and bench brisket.
Okay. Well, what would have been a better start bench cut?
Ribs, burnt ends.
Okay.
And maybe sausage or chicken.
Okay, so ribs would have still been the start.
Ribs still would have been
there.
there. Ribs in Kansas City, I think.
Okay, best barbecue side item.
Okay.
Cornbread, mac and cheese, beans, barbecue beans.
Okay, well, beans on that list because again, we're geographically off on this list here, guys. Cornbread is not anything in Wonder White bread is what you want in Kansas City. So beans, cut cornbread.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese we'll bench that.
Okay,
but that list should have been coleslaw, beans, and fries.
I cannot read the last one because if you're pissed about the way that the barbecue stuff
No,
went,
I think you just have to.
Yeah, bring it on. You guys started this.
last start bench cut for Eric Stonestreet.
What?
Most iconic clown.
Oh, God.
Krusty?
What?
Bozo?
What?
Or Pennywise?
Oh, you suckers. You had to go there. But why didn't you just put John Wayne Gacy up there and make me walk out of this studio? You wanted to, didn't you? Starting Bozo, benching Krusty, cutting Pennywise. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, what now do you want to talk about?
That's it.
What?
Yeah, we're done.
Who else do you have coming?
They ended the show.
Wow.
Well, let's.
Feel free to stay if you want
I'll
to stay.
stay.
Great. Let's stick around. One more.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. I'm glad he's not leaving.
Give me some more lists.
Yes. I mean, well, great.
All right, we got another commercial break to squeeze out another start bench cut. Eric Stonestreet here on the Rich Eisen Show. We're back with more in a moment. Oh, man. This is so much fun. Eric Stonestreet, you're going to close the show out with us. Let's check on the poll question that was brought to you by TrueCar. Car shopping can be confusing with terms like dealer price, list price, and invoice. TrueCar will show you what other people paid for the car that you want so you can recognize a good price. When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar to enjoy a more confident car buying experience. What's the poll question results as we close up shop here on this Wednesday show?
Talking about the new AAF. Eric, have you heard about this? The new football league?
It's a new
that's
spring
coming?
league that was announced potentially to...
Vince McMahon?
No, it's going to go up against the XFL.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a bunch of random new rules. So which rule would you like to see in the NFL? Right now, 59% no TV timeouts, 17% 30-second play clock, no extra points, 11%. Onside kick, 4th and 10 from the 35, 9%. No kickoffs, 4%.
Yeah.
Kickoffs.
Yeah, they're going to have...
Where's this going to be played?
Probably here in Los Angeles and 7 other cities across the country.
That's cool. I'm happy for guys to continue getting to play football.
Yeah, and they're going to do it. They're going to start it, I think, the Thursday after the Super Bowl next year. That's the idea.
Like how many games? 8 games?
I think 10. Is that
That's
what it
cool.
was? They're still figuring it out.
You think about how many guys that are so talented that play college football that, the NFL is, very difficult to make it.
Right.
So there's still the idea that there could be an avenue like there is in baseball. There's so many avenues for baseball players to continue playing
I agree.
baseball.
Because the average NFL career lasts 4 years. So, it's there's an opportunity maybe from one to go to the other. You never know. But I like the idea that if you're going to have no kickoffs, they said instead of an onside kick, they would give you a chance to, if you scored, to keep the ball 4th and 10 from your own 35. If you make it, you keep the ball. If not, the other team gets it.
Like make it take it? Like
Pretty much.
I thought you were going to say no
like
kickoff, but a guy just drops back and throws the ball while playing ground football.
No, I think you're just going to be 1st and 10 from your own 25 each time.
That's
no
cool.
kickoffs. No kickoffs.
I'll watch one game of that.
So, good show today with Martellus Bennett, Joe Thomas, Scott Hamilton, Troy Vincent, and you, Eric Stonestreet. Is there a Secret Life of Pets 2 in the can?
Yeah,
somewhere?
it's almost in the can. We're recording it now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, your daughter loves it.
Telling you, that's why we discussed it last week when you called in from Napa. It was just a killer.
I know.
She's so
I feel like
excited
I've
about
been on-
Duke. It's a killer. It's a killer.
I've been on 2 weeks in a row.
That's fine,
I
though.
feel like I can't come back now for at least a year and a half.
Oh no.
Right?
There's no born on date with an appearance here.
This is so fun. You get to do this, though.
I'm a blessed man.
Yeah.
I'm a blessed man. And tomorrow, I guess, with 2 S-bombs from Martellus Bennett.
Yes.
I did one.
And one from Eric. We're only preparing for Timothy Oliphant to stop by.
Oh, I love Tim. Timothy's. I just did what I hate actors do. You called him Timothy, and then I called him Tim. Like I know him way better or something.
Right.
Timothy. Oh man, I can't believe I just did that. But I love that guy.
He's coming
hilarious.
in tomorrow, and so is Adam Rippon. We'll talk some more ice skating. Candace Parker. Josh Rosen will be
And
here
I was on the
Friday.
show with Joe Thomas today, by the way. Like,
What do you mean?
well, he was. that was a huge deal for
you
me.
mean-
the
this show,
fact that
okay.
Joe Thomas was called into your show today,
Yes.
which is cool because I think he's the greatest.
Now I know you're an offensive line junkie.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Because when I was calling information to use against you in Start Bench Cut,
Yeah.
asking you who's your favorite Kansas City Chief of all time. By the way, Brockman, tell him who you predicted his answer would be for his greatest Kansas City Chief of all time,
Christian Okoye.
and also the offensive lineman as well.
Oh, yeah, John Alt.
Oh, John Alt. Yeah.
Because I know you got a John Alt jersey.
Yeah, I have a John Alt jersey. It's the only jersey of Chiefs I have. But now, I'm so stoked about our offensive line in Kansas City now. I think it's really good. We have a couple great guys there. A few guys.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting Jordy too. That would have been a neat ad.
We would have had to do some financial cuts for sure. But the idea that we could have brought a Kansas guy home to Kansas City, Missouri,
great.
they would have sold so many jerseys, and he would have been a great, steady, measured guy for Patrick Mahomes.
What do you think of the catch rule change?
I love it. I'm excited. Again, let's talk about that forward progress rule, Commissioner, and you will have a real fan in me.
Now, well, you can do that right now, can't you? Can't you go up the flow chart with the commish?
Maybe not.
Yes, you can. He's a big Coach Cam fan.
He is.
Roger Goodell.
I love Roger. He is. He's hilarious, and I wish he would show his sense of humor as much more because he is truly a funny dude. He loves busting my chops.
Now,
I almost said balls, but then I talked myself out of it because I didn't know if I could say that.
But then you said it anyway.
Yeah, but then I said it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we're just talking about that. What's a catch? Not a catch anyway. That's all good.
Yeah. It involves balls.
We've said that about
does.
we've said about Roger many times.
Many times.
Who do you want the Jets to draft?
I'm going up I right now because at 3, it's going to be either the guy sitting in that chair on Friday or Baker Mayfield.
I love Baker. Big 12 guy.
I will make my decision after Friday's show.
I think Baker has the personality to deal in New York too.
I do too, and so does Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
1,000%.
How big is Josh Rosen? Because when I see him on TV, he does not look like
He's big. He's not thick, but he's tall. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
Okay.
He's a big, tall dude.
Good.
6'4".
He is.
6'4"?
And he'll be here on Friday with the showrunner of Billions, Brian Koppelman, also the man who
Great show.
created Around
Great
Us.
show.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for coming on,
Thanks,
sir.
man. Thank you. This is so fun.
We'll see you next week here.
No. Well, I would if
You can.
I would
Anytime.
come. People could just, whatever, get tired of you.
And Chris Brockman, you will be
I'll be watching.
an August individual
August, yeah.
in a couple of Tuesdays.
I'm gonna go shopping and we'll film it, so it'll be fun.
Oh,
Any questions?
Content.
I'm available. I'm always
wanna come
available.
shopping with me?
No, I do not. I said
Well, then you're not always available.
I'm available via text through Rich.
Got it.
almost Kevin Bacon-like connection.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.